I'm delighted I finally got around to painting this charming serving wench type lady. She's a Foundry highwayman miniature, I think, part of the kind of cops and robbers of the 17th century series that they have. A girl of ye olde England, but I'm going to be using her for Malifaux, either as a hollow waif to go along with Leviticus, because I really didn't like the two models that they had for that. I mean, she does look quite lively for that role, perhaps, but why not? I mean, just to see if you think she can fit in with other Malifaux figures. I mean, he's a bit diminutive compared to others, but he's about average for a human size, so she's not wildly different to them. And also later on for my Leviticus crew, I'm going to eventually get round to painting this guy. I think it's going to be mostly kind of copper looking with a silver sword, and maybe that eagle there can be silver as well. And of course, I have to think of something clever to do with him. Desolation engine. Not sure yet what to do. Maybe something weird like blue, maybe more just dark flesh. I mean, given the number of games I've played on Malifaux, it's probably a bit bold for me to play Leviticus. He's quite complicated, and having just read the cards, I barely understand the rules as they stand, but hey, why not? In terms of painting, you can see, perhaps how far I've come even in the last few months, because if you take a look at, I've forgotten his name, the dude with the chainsaw, you can see, whilst I do have some understanding of colour, the paint isn't as mixed down as, isn't as watered down as with the wench, so she seems a bit more kind of natural and flowing in terms of colour, and you can capture better how the light falls on her, because having milkier paint does give you a bit more kind of control. So you can see on her dress, towards the top I made it lighter, inside the folds a bit darker, and then I used a kind of priority press tip where you get ink and you kind of shade the miniature, in the darker places rather than just the hollows, but rather where the light wouldn't fall. So there we go, that's where we are. I mean, I've got quite back into Blood Bowl, so we'll have to see what inspires me next.